Okay, folks, so let's do a quick sound check and a quick visual check. Hopefully you guys can see the presentation and hear the audio. And so we're super excited to be showing you this first look of the iThrive Network. Entrepreneurship and wealth mastery, those are the two things that anybody coming to iThrive is going to be exposed to. That's what we believe in. That's what we preach. That's what we practice is entrepreneurship and wealth mastery to either have more money if that's your immediate need, how to keep more money, and then how to put that money to work for you. So those are the three things that we absolutely love about the iThrive Network concept. So with us here tonight is, I'm so excited because he's one of our best presenters, both online and offline. He's a person that will travel anywhere, help anyone, has had massive success with the iPro Network, and moving into iThrive is going to be, of course, one of the top leaders in the company. However, he has a servant heart. He has a wealth of experience outside of being with us over the last 18 months or so, coming with a background of traditional network marketing and also having the unique capabilities of being able to navigate through the education industry. And so it is my pleasure to introduce to you to this first look of the iThrive Network, Mr. Mario Delgadillo. Following the presentation, I will be sharing a few other things with you, but let's go ahead and welcome him. Thank you, Mario, for being on the presentation here tonight, and I'll give it up to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Danny. I appreciate the kind words and just very excited to be able to share with you all on the webinar this evening about the iThrive Network. And I just personally believe that this can help so many people because there's just so many people, as you're going to learn, that are looking for ways and knowledge to take them where they've never been in life. And really, we have a really unique opportunity to capitalize on that and bring a ton of value to the marketplace. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the information tonight. At the iThrive Network, our mission is very simple. It's to educate, equip, and support the world's next generation of digital entrepreneurs. And as we continue to progress in the presentation, I just want you to continue to keep that in mind, understanding what our mission is. It's to serve. It's to serve the masses by bringing value to people so that they can, in turn, utilize that testimony to change their life and then also to build a great network around the world. And so thinking about what's out there, ladies and gentlemen, we are living in tremendous times, a time of just tremendous opportunity because technology in the digital age has allotted so many opportunities for people like you and I to leverage things like e-commerce, online marketing, drop shipping, social media, e-learning, online sales, trading, and on and on and on. So as we continue to progress through this, I want you to understand and think, how could I leverage technology and start to use this to better myself, use it as a vehicle to build for a better future. But before we get into the information, I want you to take a second and assess where you are. Because when you look at a new opportunity, okay, you're only going to be able to take it as far as where you are now and being able to accurately measure where you want to be in the future. So there's people in three very different places right now. People that are just surviving. You know, I've been there in my life where you're just praying to get to the end of the week because you're hoping that the money, it lasts until the next paycheck comes, right? There's some of you on the webinar this evening and you're in a place that we call striving. And what does that mean? That means that sometimes, you know, everything's okay. You've got the bills paid, but you're just always finding yourself wondering and daydreaming and thinking about how to better yourself, but you really have no idea. I speak personally. When I was in corporate America, I was a W-2 employee. After college, I was taught how to go get a job, but I had no idea how to get to that next level, that place where I was looking at people that I knew, maybe friends, maybe family. They were traveling, they were going out there, they were buying properties, and I just had no idea how to get there. I was striving and thinking and wondering about a roadmap to help me to get there. And then there's some of you this evening that are thriving. That means that you've got maybe multiple streams of income. You have a surplus. Things are good for you and your family. But just like any wise business owner, you're looking on thinking about ways to scale that business. How can I make my money make money for me? And so with us here at iThrive, we actually have something to help every single one of you guys. And so the reason it's so exciting, ladies and gentlemen, is because we are in such an incredible time that many people are calling it the entrepreneurial gold rush. I think about in my own business, how 2 or 3 years ago, I would talk to people in my network, friends and family, and they were this just like the anti-business owner. They were just so excited about their corporate job, and they didn't look for other ways to make money. And now, fast forward a couple years later, they post on social media and it says hashtag entrepreneur. Everybody wants to be a business owner, but once again, there's not a lot of how to successfully go from one spectrum of business to the other and really leverage all of this opportunity. And so to help you guys to understand that and why we talk about the gold rush, we want to take a step back, right? Because you remember the gold rush where at one time in our nation, people were literally flocking from all over the world in covered wagons coming from overseas just to come and partake in this gold rush. And if you think about it, some of these families to this day have continued to have success because of someone in their family that decided to sacrifice, come across the country and put their family in a position to win. But why did they do that? Because they had a desire to change their life. And so many of you on the line this evening have a desire to change your life, but you don't know what that vehicle is. You don't know how to get to that next level. So, but more than having a desire, you've got to have a plan, right? They had to know exactly where to go, where to put down their fort, and where to start digging so that they can actually capitalize in this gold rush. But then you have to have the right tools. Right? You have to know exactly where you're going and how to use the tools to be able to have success. And so we know that doing something with the wrong tools, as you can see here, I mean, imagine if you're like me and you had to cut the yards on the weekends, having to do that with scissors, you might be out there for a while, right? Just a little funny slide here, but it's so important, ladies and gentlemen, that if you are looking for a vehicle or a way to change your life, that you have the right tools. And see, at the iThrive Network, we do have tools that we put people in a position to win. And we're going to talk about these tools, education, and training, most importantly, to help you to win for your family and for your future. So when you think about why you're on the line tonight, I just want you to, one, consider, assess where you are. Are you surviving? Are you striving? Or are you thriving? And then now we want to talk about why. Okay, is it because you want to improve your quality of life? You want to buy a home, or you want to move into a better area? Is it that you want to have your children learn by traveling the world, right? What better way to learn new cultures about history than traveling all over the world? Or maybe you just want to be able to retire or retire a parent or a family member comfortably, or you want to drive a beautiful car, right? I know that many of us love having nice cars. So assess your why. Now I know where I'm at. I know where I'm at, in regards to this opportunity, and now I'm assessing my why. So now let's talk about some of the tools that are ahead of you so that you can accurately and successfully partake in this gold rush, so that you can work from anywhere. You can be your own boss. You can set your own hours. And guys, I'll tell you firsthand that being successful is not always about money. It's really about a quality of life. It's really about the way that you're able to make money, right? And being able to have that laptop lifestyle like we talk about is truly a blessing. So when you talk about what you can do or which ways you can pursue here with the iThrive Network, what we want to do is focus in mainly 3 areas. Number 1 is e-commerce. We teach people through education and support and training how to sell products online on a couple different platforms. Number 2 is online trading, whether it be in futures, cryptocurrency, or any other trading arena or industry that we might go into in the future. And then finally, referral marketing. Some of us know it as network marketing or leveraged income. So when you talk about the e-commerce packages that we offer through our company, the first place you want to start is Amazon dropshipping. You see, this is a $2,000 package that takes you step by step with an easy setup to teach you how to start listing and selling products on Amazon. Many of you guys have heard of my own personal testimony, but since October of 2017 until now, I've recently gone over $400,000 in sales on Amazon, right? Now, that's a very, very awesome story and a very awesome testimony. But guys, this is where I learned it, from this particular package here. But the thing that I love most about our packages with iThrive Network is it's not just solid training where you just sit and go at your own speed, but we are going to be offering weekly trainings that you can log into, get your questions answered, and get help, because that's what I believe the X factor is and was for me. Now, the second package that we have is our Ecom Mastery course. Now, this one is a little bit more advanced than the first, but here's why. Because the profit margins on Shopify are very, very good. You see, but with Shopify, you've got to learn how to scale your business. You've got to learn how to drive traffic to your store. And that's why it also covers Facebook advertising. And this is a very, very lucrative product if you should choose to go in this route. But it also has weekly training and support through our bootcamp system. And for a limited time, ladies and gentlemen, when you go out and you refer or sell this product to your friends and family or your network, maybe you get started, you purchase it for yourself, then you go out there, you start building a successful business, and someone says, hey, Mario, how did you do that? Where can I start to do that? Ladies and gentlemen, you get to actually have a $1,000 direct sale bonus. That is unbelievable. Every time you refer a friend or family that purchases this package through you as a member of the iThrive network, you're going to be able to get a $1,000 direct sale bonus. Once again, that's limited and that's a promotional deal, but guys, cash in on that because that is absolutely awesome. Now, the next route that we take, folks, is trading courses and online tools. So what we're going to do here, guys, is talk about our $1,500 Signals Trader. Okay, now guys, I've been really excited about this product because I've had this product for some time. And when you actually log in and take a look at this particular program, your jaw is going to drop. So essentially, think about this. What if there was a software or a tool? What's that? Yeah, we're going to break this up and bring it up in just a second for you guys so you can actually take a look at the signals and see them real time, because I want you to be able to see what this is actually doing. But imagine you have a software, right, that is literally sending you notifications and telling you what cryptocurrencies to buy at what price and what cryptocurrencies to get out of at a specific price so that you could hit, and its target is a 1% profit, right? Now, remember, that's in Bitcoin, okay? But here's the cool part, guys. It's performing out of this world. Okay, so this is a $1,500 pack. I am particularly stoked about this one, and it's a promotional price of $1,500. So this is one of those things that you definitely do not want to sit on. Okay, you want to get moving on this. So what we're going to do really quick, guys, if I can, we're going to actually log in real quick and show you this particular product live as it goes on. So hold on one sec. Okay, so let's see here. Boom. All right, looks like you guys can see the screen again. All right, so if we scroll up, first off, I want to share with you guys how this works. Oops, trying to. All right, so we scroll up to the top. So if you look at this first one, okay, you'll see that it says called Monday, July 16th at 8:51 p.m. Eastern. So that was recently called. It'll tell you you want to buy into this coin at this particular price. You want to sell at this particular price, and the target is 1%. Now, what this does is it shows you where this is on track to 1%. Okay, now these were just called. So we're going to scroll down. Two things that I want you guys to keep in mind or remember is think about how many of these are on track or have hit target or exceeded, but also how many have come out just today. This is all today. So we see one at 1.64. Okay. We still see a couple at 0, 3%, 0.46. That one's almost on the way there as well. 1%, 0.7, 7%, 6.94. Okay. Wow, 50%, 18%, 57%. I could just shut it down right there, but we'll keep going. 1%, almost there at 1%, almost at 1%, 6.25, 5.11. Now think about this. Imagine having this and you're utilizing it, taking some of its signals, right? You don't have to take them all, but you take some of them and you perform absolutely incredible. But then what do? You share it with friends and family. Look at guys, this is still the 16th. Okay, these are all signals that have come out today. Look at this, 2%, 4%, 5%, 6%, unbelievable. 9% over there in the corner, 13%. So I could keep going, but look at this, guys. Everything I've shown you so far, these are all today. Look at just the sheer amount that have come out just today. This is a hot product, guys, and I'm super excited to be able to share it with you guys. So Just wanted to take that again. This is not a normal presentation. This is a little bit of a teaser, so we decided to show you that. And now we're going to come right back to the presentation and finish things off. Awesome. So now we're going to continue to progress in our products here in the online trading space. Next one we're going to have is the Futures Membership Program. This one is going to teach you guys the fundamentals of becoming a trader. I can speak to you from my own personal experience. Not even 2 years ago, I really had no clue on how trading worked. And I really wanted to learn, but again, I didn't know where to go. What did I do? What was I supposed to go to a junior college class and learn how to become a trader? I didn't know where to go. This is going to teach you things like trading basics, how to set up your trades so that you're taking the right trades, technical analysis, candlesticks 101, 102, how to actually watch the graphs and charts. And then also this one, once again, is going to have weekly boot camps, people that you're going to be able to log in and get the skill sets necessary to be successful. But here's the cool part. This is a $3,500 promotional price, but this one also has a $1,000 promotional direct sale bonus. This is absolutely huge, guys, because that's extremely profitable. When I think about this, I've been in the networking space for a long time. And when you sell a product, typically you're looking at 8 to maybe 12% direct sale bonus. This is over 30% direct sale bonus. And once again, it's a promotional deal, but you definitely don't want to sleep on that. You want to get moving as fast as possible. So the final product that we're going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is this Facebook Mastery course. I love this product here. A $99 course that teaches someone how to go out there and start to drive traffic utilizing Facebook. Well, why is it that you want to do it there? Because, guys, so many people are on Facebook. Whether you're a millennial, you're a baby boomer, it doesn't matter. Everybody's on Facebook now. And I run into people every single day that say, Mario, I really want to learn how to start building a business, but I have nowhere to start. I'm on limited time. I don't know what to do. Imagine if you purchased this course and you learned how to become a Facebook advertiser, right? Intro to Facebook marketing, setting up a business account, how to set up your pixel, which is humongous, right? Why is that important to you and what does it do? Complete walkthrough and setup for your Facebook fan page, intro to Facebook marketing 101. You have advanced Facebook strategies, including how to set up a lookalike audience. Some of you know what that means. That's a big deal. How to create ads using Canva. That's a typo. We'll get that fixed. And how to set up your ads in your ad manager. Now, what can we do with this? For $99, you're getting trained how to run Facebook advertising. Now, how many of you on the line this evening either one, know somebody who's in a network marketing company, know somebody who's in real estate, insurance, they own maybe a restaurant, a dry cleaner in the area? Go up to them and say, hey guys, I just learned how to start driving Facebook traffic. Let me start driving some traffic for you on a test period for 30 days. After that, based on how well I do, let's talk about possibly me doing this for you and bringing value to your business. Now, if you know anything about Facebook, once you actually get the setup going, there's really not much you have to do besides monitoring. Imagine 6 months down the road, you've got 20 clients that are paying you $250 a month to manage their Facebook advertising on something you did one time and you're just starting to monitor. I mean, think about this. How many of you might be interested in using this to set up Facebook advertising, to start recruiting and building a team within the iThrive network? Guys, this is a gold mine for $99, and I believe it's around $2,500 value as well. So this is a very, very fun and exciting product, guys, and I think you can hear in my voice how jacked I am about it. So now the final thing is this, guys, we can actually we could shut it down right now and say, hey, guys, we could just sell these products and have people go out there and be successful and be excited. And you might be on the line just saying, hey, I just want to be a customer. But for some of you guys, you're going to say, I'd like to also become part of the distribution team. I'd like to become part of the company so that as I go out there and share using referral marketing, I can be compensated through the network. And so what is referral marketing, right? It's leveraging other people. We're going to talk a little bit more about this, but by growing your influence and building a solid team, you can go out there and build a massive distribution team that are going around the world bringing value to the market with these amazing products that we offer. So let's talk about leveraged income, okay? See, because one of the things that I didn't learn or was not taught growing up was that the wealthy get paid based upon leveraged income. And so these are just a couple of examples of how people leverage income. Maybe they write a book, and then based on every single time that book sells, they make a little piece of that sale, right? Other people are in movies or TV, or they write songs, and every time those movies are played or the songs are played, they make a little money, right? Other people make leveraged income in the investment side of things with properties. See, but here's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Not everybody has a skill set to sing a song. I know I don't. Maybe they don't have a skill set to be able to go out there and write a book or be in a movie, or maybe they don't have the money necessary, or at least right now, to be able to get into an investment property. So one of the best ways to get started in learning to earn by leveraged income is by leveraging people, meaning leveraging the efforts of other people, by building a networking team, guys. And so with that being said, let's talk about the compensation plan with the iThrive network. In my opinion, probably the most lucrative company in the world. So the first way we get paid is what's called a direct sale bonus, okay? So let's say that's you, okay? And you introduce this gal to your team. Okay, you sell her one of our products, you're going to make a 10% direct sale bonus. Now, because you introduce her to the team, you obviously know that whatever she does, you have an opportunity to help her with and even benefit from. So let's say this gal goes out and introduces her friend, and she sells her an e-trader, okay? Now, she would get a 10% direct sale bonus there because she's the one who made that direct sale. But at the same time, because you introduced that first gal, and she made a sale here, you're going to get a $400 direct sale bonus. That's our second level direct sale bonus, which is extremely lucrative. Now, imagine if you were to introduce, 20 people to the team, and then those 20 people every single month went out there, and let's say they just half of them made a sale, and you were earning 10 $400 second level bonuses every single week just because you introduced some other folks to the network. That's an extremely lucrative part of our compensation plan. Now, we have the binary bonus as well. Hold on one sec, guys. All right, everybody, I had to close up the e-trader because, as you could hear, there was a lot of solid trades coming in. And while that was fun to hear, we were getting some backup music, or getting the sounds here. So the second way we get paid, ladies and gentlemen, is based on the binary bonus. So essentially, we're going to help you build two teams, one on your left and one on your right, okay? Now, you get to earn 10% on the weaker team sales volume. So in this hypothetical example, let's say your left team did $12,000 in billing volume, the right team did $16,000 in billing volume. If in this example, you would earn 10% on that smaller team, that would be $1,200 here on the binary bonus. Now, you get to get paid through to unlimited depth here, meaning as big as that team is on either side, the smaller team, as far as volume is concerned on that week, you make 10%. Now, the next one that we have is what's called the matching bonus. Okay, so on the matching bonus, you have an opportunity to get paid on 7 levels, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so the first 5 are 10%. Okay, so what does that mean? Anybody who falls on your first 5 levels through personal sponsorship, okay, you have an opportunity to match their binary income at 10%. Now, on the 6th and 7th level, you actually have an opportunity to earn a 5% check match on their binary check portion. So this is extremely lucrative, and let me share with you why. So if we just use the hypothetical 3x3 example, meaning I shared the business with 3 people, and those 3 people introduced 3 people to the team, and so forth, as you can see here, there's the 3 people I personally introduced. They introduced 3, who then introduced 3. That would be 27, who then introduced 3, who then introduced 3, right? As we go through 7 levels, ladies and gentlemen, that's 3,237 people that you could potentially match match their paychecks on the binary every single week. Now, I've had the blessing and honor to be sitting here with Mr. Pacheco for the last few hours, and we were running some numbers and crunching some numbers just on this portion alone. Guys, that is silly money. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys at one time dreamed about being a professional athlete. I did when I was a kid. This is some incredible, incredible money. So getting a matching override on these checks through 7 levels is a huge, huge deal. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be also having some extended, detailed compensation trainings down the road. So don't get too much in the weeds here, but just know that this is absolutely incredible. Now, the fourth way we get paid is our leadership bonus. So on your left or on your right team, from the very top all the way to infinity, anybody that's connected to you through personal sponsorship, what they do on a monthly basis is add up all of that particular volume, and you can earn 1 to 3% on all personal enrollment volume. Okay. Now, as you earn those particular bonuses, those come when you earn specific titles within the company. Now, we do have leadership ranks, and we want to go through these with you. So when you get started and you've enrolled at least 3 different people, okay, and your team does $2,000 in enrollment team volume, you get a one-time $50 bonus, and you will be a level 1 consultant. Now, the next position is a senior consultant. What does that mean? That means that you and your team have done at least $5,000 in enrollment team volume, keeping in mind that no more than 40% of that volume can come from just one of those teams. Now, as a senior consultant, you're going to get a one-time $200 bonus. Now, the next position, level 3, is an executive consultant. This is where it really starts to get fun. When your team does $30,000 in enrollment team volume, right, you're going to earn the position of executive consultant. And that means that you have an opportunity to earn 1% on all of that enrollment team volume. The next position is director. That's level 4 director. When your team does $100,000 in enrollment team volume, you will achieve the position of director and earn 1.5% of that particular volume on a given month. Now, the next position is senior director. That's level 5. And what it's going to have there is when your team does $400,000 in enrollment team volume, you would be able to earn 2% of that as a senior director. Finally, executive director, 2.5 when you achieve $700,000 in enrollment tree volume. And then finally, senior vice president. Ladies and gentlemen, when your team has done $1.5 million in enrollment team volume, remember, with 3 specific teams or more, because no more than 40% can come from one personal enrolled team, you achieve the level of senior vice president. Imagine in a given month making 3% off of $1.5 million. Incredible, and it pays to be a leader with the iThrive Network. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as we wind down, we wanted to just share with you some leaders and pioneers and multi-billion-dollar people that have seized opportunities. They were disruptors in their industry. Okay, just like many of you at one point in their life, they had a dream. They were trying to figure out how to get to that next level. They were trying to figure out how to make their dreams happen. We have Jeff Bezos here with Amazon, Steve Jobs, Sarah Blakely, Bill Gates, and these are people that kind of came out of nowhere and really just took off. And guys, this is why we wanted to get this in front of you, because we want you guys to dream. We want you to understand that it just takes solid education, support, and the right vehicle to make your dreams come true. But more than anything, sometimes you just got to be at the right place at the right time. And ladies and gentlemen, you are at the right place at the right time, because we are going to be going into a launch sequence here within the next couple of weeks. And I'm going to let Mr. Pacheco, our president, talk a little bit more about that phase. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited that you had yourself on this webinar this evening. We're not going to go through the 3 places, because I'm going to actually just pass this back to Mr. Pacheco, and he'll talk to you about where we're going to go in the next few weeks with iThrive Network. Thank you so much.
Well, we all thank Mario Delgadillo. He just does a phenomenal job every time. He's so consistent. I think that everybody else would rather listen from Mr. Mario for the rest of the remainder of this portion. But there are some things that I do want to present here. So I'm going to go ahead and pause my screen for just a quick second. I'm going to bring up some other slides. Now, the slides that I'm going to bring up, guys, are not going to be pretty, they're not going to have all the graphics that you just went through. We're going to dive into some specifics that you need to know. However, um, everything that I'm going to be sharing with you will also be with the design and the pizzazz and the professional graphics that you've been seeing throughout the whole presentation. But they were not necessary to give you that first look in terms of what the iThrive presentation is. And I can honestly tell you that it is not going to be a finished product. What you just saw there is also missing some of the kind of the things that we have in the background in terms of education, different educational packages at different price points. There's going to be a price point of $500. We'll be revealing that as soon as it's ready. But one of the things that I do want to mention to you is that we're making a commitment to launch these products in both English and in Spanish simultaneously, which is very, very key. We have a lot of people that have that we picked up along the way over the last 18 months, and they're in different countries, different parts of the world. And so being able to give them something in their own language, like, for example, the Facebook advertising product that Mr. Mario Delgadillo was talking about through the presentation, that is a game changer. That is a product that if I actually showed you the stats and figures within the constraints of our new compensation structure, can show you how to build out just on the $99 package. If you just built that all around the world and everywhere where that would be a very accessible price point, you could do some phenomenal numbers where just on that 3x3 structure would get you into the top 2% of money makers in America, assuming that every single person in your organization came in at $99, which is a mathematical impossibility for that to take place. However, if it was intentionally built out that way, it would put you in the top 2% of money makers in the world. So if you're out there in Central America, Mexico, or somewhere where maybe a $1,500 price point is not the right price point for you or for the masses, I could certainly assure you that at $99, we're not priced out of any market around the world. And those are just some key things that I want to share there with you. And to be able to launch that product simultaneously in English and Spanish is not an easy thing to do, but we're doing it. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the Spanish version of what you just saw here today for the iThrive group. That's going to be predominantly in Spanish. We're going to be doing this at, I believe it's at 9:30. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it is at 9:30 for tomorrow. So if you have people that are Spanish speakers, you definitely want to point them in that direction, because we're going to be giving them a first look as well at all of the slides that you just saw here today. Now, those particular slides will not be translated into Spanish between tonight and tomorrow. However, that's already being worked on. By the time the launch gets here, they will be. Now, that being said, there's two other languages that are going to come right after the English and Spanish simultaneous launch, which is going to be Portuguese and is going to be Mandarin. So if I have left out your particular market in terms of what they speak, folks, I can guarantee you that these four languages were picked very, very strategically to give the most bang for the buck, if you will, in terms of reach around the world. And so, for example, Portuguese is in parts in Africa. It's all over Brazil. It's all over Portugal and different parts of the world. And I can tell you that those are some huge, huge markets. Now, Brazil alone is #1 in South America in terms of network marketing, in terms of sheer volume. We'd be silly not to actually take advantage of translating everything into the Portuguese language and launching that in that market. Mandarin, I don't have to tell you what percentage they take for the entire world share of the network marketing space. So again, it would be a disservice not to be catering to that particular demographic. So there's a lot of things that are strategic that we're doing in terms of the languages, and as we grow and as the markets demand it, we'll be opening up the languages that we need to open up in. But let me go ahead and share my screen. I'm preparing you right now. What I'm about to show you is not going to be designed in the way the rest of the presentation was, but it is information that is crucial for you to understand because of the compensation structure. And so I'm going to go ahead and share this with you right now. And so don't cringe when I open up the screen here, because it's not going to be as pretty as everything that Mr. Mario just shared with you. Okay, so let me go ahead and hit the show button, and just want to real quick, can you guys see my screen? It should be just a white page here with some numbers on it. Okay, great. All right, so let's start here right at the top, folks. The weekly income caps are being expanded. Now, this is crucial. So if you're a leader on here, this next portion is going to be very, very important for you to understand. The first thing that we have done is expanded the income caps. So if you drop down to the bottom of your screen where it says 100, 500, 1500, 3500, and 6000, what that is referring to as PV, personal volume. So when you come in, do a purchase, that creates personal volume. In the past, we had different caps. So if somebody starts at 100, you're going to remember that the cap on that purchase was $500 per week. Now, what we wanted to do is make this an opportunity that was easy for anybody to get started with around the world, but at the same time, we didn't want to penalize them because of it. So what we've done is we've expanded to $1,000 a week. So the same people that may find it difficult to be able to get into one of our higher learning packages are going to be able to take this and start at a price point where they're comfortable with, but at the same time can build out team volume that's going to give them 1,000 a week. Now, 1,000 a week, folks, is $48,000 a year. That's good income here in the United States. How do I know that? Because about 50% of the United States makes that, if not less. So that is going to be great income regardless of where you are in the world. So we've expanded the caps, the weekly caps. Somebody coming in at $100 is going to have the opportunity to make $1,000 per week. When they come in at the $500 level, and if you notice, the presentation didn't have that. So there's still some surprises here that you guys are going to have over the next 2 weeks when we actually roll out the sign-up page, the registration page, and all of that. Remember, this is not a recruiting webinar here today. This is for you guys that have been with us now for the last year and a half or 18 months, however long it's been. And this is for you to get a first glimpse, a first look at what's coming and what's about to be developed. So at the $500 price point, we've expanded the caps from $2,500 to $3,000. So that's going to have an extra earning potential of $500 per week on that one as well. The 1,500 PV volume, that's going to go from 7,500 to 10,000. Okay, so now you're looking at an extra $2,500 per week with this particular package. Now, 3,500 is going to 15,000. Very important. 12.5 is the cap on the binary income that you can make with this particular package. If you remember, that's the max period on the binary, but the matching portion is being added to, so additional $2,500 in potential matches. Now, why do we know that there's going to be more matches? I'm going to show you that in just a second. 6,000 is 50,000. Right? So instead of 35,000 per week, we're taking that up to 50,000, and the cap on the binary income in that package is still 12.5, but the additional money that comes with it is all from the matches. Now, why did we do that? Well, very important. If you're one of the leaders that's been on here, you realize how powerful our match system has been in terms of the income that it produced for some of our top leaders here. So we've added another 3 additional levels in matches. So going from 4 to 7 is a significant difference, because each, technically, theoretically, in a perfect world, if you build that out by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, you're going to be into the thousands of people that you could potentially check match. So when you do that, the numbers add up really, really, really quickly. I mean, I did some cursory numbers here. I don't have an income disclaimer up here, so I'm not even going to give you the math on that. But I can tell you that it's staggering. And once I have all the disclosures up here, this is a beautiful presentation on a compensation plan training, then we'll go through some of the scenarios, hypothetical scenarios, so you understand dollar-wise what that's going to mean to you. If you're already a networker, you understand that going from 4 to 7 in depth is huge. And so we've added 2 levels at 6 and 7 at 5%, levels 1 through 5 are at 10%. You saw that from the presentation, but those additional 2 levels to get you to 7 levels is 5%. Now remember, right off the bat, and this needs to be said, the lion's share of how much money you are going to make is always going to be the binary, right? That's going to be your, I mean, that's just the biggest portion of what you make. The matches are going to be probably the second biggest of what you're going to make. But because of the depth that we have now in the percentages, these are going to be super, super robust, where somebody could actually just check match and make life-changing income, even if they're not balanced on their binary, which is, you know, really, really powerful. Now, another thing that you need to understand is that these enhancements, number one, we're going to pay you more per week. Number two, you're going to pay you deeper on the matches. Number three, 100% of everything you earn is going to be USD. Does that register in everybody's mind? Do you guys understand what that means? You guys see one yes. Okay, they're starting to come in late. Okay, that means, guys, that if nothing else changes, all things being equal, whatever you have earned before in this compensation structure, if you have been with us, you automatically would have another 30% going into your cash pocket. So whatever you did at 30%, that's right off the bat. Okay, forget about the additional expanded weekly caps. Forget about the depth of the matching. That's just an automatic 30% increase if you did the exact same volume you did before. So this is huge. So these three enhancements, folks, are phenomenal. Now, we're still going to have our 7-volume center, folks. I can tell you that spending the first 7 years and then another an eighth year, but altogether 7 years working with this type of compensation structure, which was the inspiration of building a hybrid of the compensation plan that had paid the most money to the most people in the shortest period of time in the history of our industry, and adding everything we've added to it. I could tell you that this is smoking hot. So let's take a look at a couple of qualifiers in order for us to pull this off. And then once again, I'm talking to the people that are going to be building deep. I'm talking to the people that are going to build massive organizations. There's going to be some requirements in order for us to be able to pay out all of this money. Binary income, which is the lion's share of what you're going to make. At the very top where you see binary, that means one left, one right, 10%. That, folks, is very, very simple. That means if you go and sign up somebody on your left side team, you go sign up somebody on your right side team, that's going to make you be qualified to earn 10% of your weaker leg volume on your binary. Now, the matches from level 1 through level 7 are very, very simple, very consistent. One left, one right, and you're qualified for the first level match with a 10,000 monthly volume. So that 10,000 is enrollment tree volume. That's what that ETV means. 40% rule is no more than 40% of the volume can come from any one personally sponsored team. And that's going to pay you out 10%. So if you look at this, level 2, 2 left, 2 right, 20,000. All of them are going to be these are increments of 10,000 monthly volume. It's all ETV. It all has a 40% rule, and it all pays 10% through the first 5 levels. When you get to level 6, you're going to match, in order to do this, is 6 left, 6 right. So that means 6 personally sponsored people on the left, 6 personally sponsored people on the right, 60,000 ETV, 40% rule. 5% is the payout on the match. And then on level 7, 7 left, 7 right, 70,000 in monthly ETV, 40% rule and 5%. Now, leaders, I'm speaking to you right now. That means that at 70,000 averaging, now remember, we have packages from $99 and we're going to have packages all the way up to $6,000. So I'm just picking the middle package as an average package because that's pretty consistent with what we've done so far. So if you average the middle pack, that means your organization only needs to grow by 35 new people every month in order to stay match qualified, and you're going to go out and recruit 7 people on your left, 7 people on your right, one time. That is not monthly. That is not recurring. That's a one-time recruiting thing that you need to do. 7 left, 7 right. It doesn't matter which package it is. It could be as low as a $99 package all the way up to $6,000. And that's going to be a one-time qualifier that you need to have in order to stay match qualified. Then you have the 70,000 ETV. That means if we average the middle package of 2,000, that means 35 new people have to join your organization in order to match through 7 levels of income. So folks, these enhancements were designed specifically to put more money in your pocket while creating a sustainable compensation model with a sustainable product line that is not going to go out of style, and it's not going to take us through any type of emotional roller coaster depending on variations in the marketplace. So folks, that is what we have here. This is not a recruiting webinar. This is to give you a first look at what is happening. We are going to be sending notifications out as soon as we're ready to start taking the registrations and the signups and all of those things. Right now is a time to start talking to your teams, get everybody in your mind ready, set, go in terms of how you're going to structure, because the minute we pull the trigger, that's when everybody's going to have an opportunity to sign up. So folks, I want to thank each and every one of you for being on this webinar presentation here tonight. Special thanks to Mr. Mario Delgadillo for being here tonight with us, and we'll talk to you soon. Goodbye, good luck, God bless.